Hello, world history students. Let me tell you guys today about the exciting story of the country of Haiti. This country has a pretty interesting historical legacy, and I'm going to cover basically the whole thing today. So go ahead and take out your notes. This is still a part of the Latin American Revolution section, and today the whole topic is the country of Haiti. So let's learn about it. The island of Haiti is right over here in the middle of the Caribbean Ocean, and Haiti was an incredibly profitable colony for France for so much of the, between 1600 to 1800. France made serious money off of Haiti. And how did they make money? Well, it was a whole lot of slave labor. This island was packed with slaves. Slaves outnumbered whites 10-1 on this island. So you probably know what's gonna go down here. Haiti was basically the Starbucks of the 1700s and 1800s. Over 40% of all European sugar, 75% of all European coffee came from Haiti. This is an interesting historical side note. After the end of the war of the 1760s war, the French and Indian War, the British government said, "Hey, France, we really want the island of Haiti." And France said, "Absolutely not. It's making us too much money." Britain tried to make a deal where they said, "Hey, France, we'll give you the entirety of North America, what will become the United States. France, you can have all of that. We just want Haiti from you." France still said no because they knew it was so much money. And so much wealth was coming out of Haiti, and it was worth more than all the 13 colonies in the United States combined. Early America's economy was probably 1/10 of Haiti's economy. But what was Haiti's economy based on? A whole lot of slavery. Slaves were the ones who were producing all this sugar and coffee. They were selling the sugar and coffee for big money in Europe. And of course, slaves got nothing because they were owned. It's pretty disgusting. But France didn't seem to have too much of a problem with it. And they were making big dollar bills. Okay, so hopefully you guys have written all these things down in your notes, because this will all come up on my next test. And we actually will have a test the next time you see me. That'll be on Tuesday, I believe. So, okay. Let's check it out. So there's Haiti, right there in the middle of the Caribbean Ocean. I've never personally been to Haiti. It'd be kind of cool. And then what do you see here? Yep, whole lot of slavery. Black people definitely not getting very treated well by those white folks. There they are, farming stuff. And then slaves working on a windmill, and yep, whole lot of slave abuse. It was pretty terrible stuff. Okay, so in 1791, a slave named Toussaint Louverture, he somehow heard about the events going on in France during the French Revolution. That's roughly the same time period. Toussaint heard these ideas of freedom, equality, liberty. Voltaire said all men are created equal. He said that applies to me too. So Toussaint very heroically inspired the slaves of Haiti to put on a full-on uprising. Here's a quote from him. "Brothers and friends, I am Toussaint Louverture. Perhaps my name has made itself known to you. I have undertaken vengeance. I want liberty and equality to reign in Haiti. I'm working to make that happen. Unite yourselves to us, brothers, and fight with us for the same cause." So, more interesting facts about Toussaint. We don't really know too much about him, other than he was a slave, and he taught himself how to read. That's impressive. He was a really good fighter, and he knew that Africans had some advantages over the Europeans on that island. The African people had a lot more immunity to disease, so every time they ran deep into the jungles of Haiti and white people chased them, the white people almost got sick with yellow fever, and the Africans would come back in there and fight them off, and they'd win pretty much every time. So he was a really smart general and led his people to victory. So, he's definitely the Black George Washington. I think they're going to say that in the videos you guys watch today. So, super cool guy. The people of Haiti just love him. So, let's check out Toussaint. There he is, Toussaint Louverture. All right, now here's the sad thing. Unlike George Washington, when Toussaint was almost done beating the French, a French general said, "Hey, Toussaint, we would like to have a one-on-one meeting with you to discuss our surrender." So Toussaint and only a few bodyguards went to that meeting. At that meeting, Toussaint was betrayed. He got sold out by his bodyguards. The French captured him, put him on a ship, sent him to Paris, and he died in a prison, I don't know, like 10 years later. Never made it back to Haiti. So, that sucks. The Haitians lost their leader, but even without Toussaint, the Haitian military continued their uprising, continued to liberate slaves, continued to fight against the French of that island, and they eventually did win their independence in 1804. This is the only successful slave revolt in world history. And still to this day, the people of Haiti are descendants from these slaves who revolted and took over their island. So that's pretty cool. Okay, while Toussaint Louverture was in prison, he said this: "In overthrowing me, you have cut down in Haiti only the trunk of the tree of liberty. It will spring up again from the roots, for they are numerous, they are deep." That quote was true. The Haitian people did continue to fight, and they most certainly won their island. So, here's the flag of Haiti to this day. As you can see, they got some cannons, they got some axes, they got some spears. Haiti's like, don't mess with us, we fight you. Alright, and then here's some of the Haitian people. You can see they're getting guns, they're fighting back. And yep, the Haitians are winning their own independence in this side of the world too. Okay, now here's where things get controversial. So, the Haitians beat the French army, and a lot of these, well, really all of these Haitians were former slaves. They were very pissed off at the way they were treated. Obviously, whole lot of torture, whole lot of whipping, whole lot of forced labor. Slaves don't like that, of course. So, these victorious Haitian former slaves decided to take revenge on all the white people in the island. They did not discriminate at all. They said, if you're a slave master, if you were a slave master's wife, if you were a slave master's son, even if you were just a random white person who had nothing to do with slavery, we want you dead. And, well, that's kind of what they did. They went all over the island, found everybody with white skin, and put them to death. This was a very serious racial war that the African people most certainly won. And Haiti is pretty close to the United States. And while this was happening in 1804, our country was having a debate over should we stop slavery or keep it going. Well, a lot of the pro-slavery people referenced this event and said, look what happens if you let slaves free. They'll take revenge on the white people and they will kill everybody. And so this piece of history did kind of keep slavery going in our own country as a result. So let's check this out, okay? And here's my big fundamental question today. Was this morally justified? Do slaves have the right to get revenge on their master's family, or other people of the same race? Okay, so here's the Haitian people fighting back against the French. They win. And then over here, you see this Haitian guy cut off a white dude's head. There they are fighting back. Here's a white family getting axed to death by some of their former slaves. And things got really bad in Puerto Prince, the big city in Haiti. Famously, especially the rich white people said, "Hey, you guys have won your independence. You've won the island. Please let us leave." They started packing up their stuff, and I'm sure they were taking a lot of expensive, fancy stuff with them. The slaves said, "Well, hey, our labor is what bought you all that fancy stuff. We want that fancy stuff." And when the white people resisted, things got deadly. And the white people certainly did not win this one. Okay. And here's something I want to make kind of clear. Toussaint was a level-headed guy. Toussaint recognized that Haiti needed to sort of be a part of the global economy, and that, yes, the Haitian slaves were terribly abused by their slave masters, but Toussaint saw the bigger picture. He said, we eventually have to work with these people. And that made Toussaint a lot of enemies, and sadly he was sold out. And as soon as Toussaint left the island, the more hardcore people who wanted revenge completely took over. And all those feelings of revenge really boiled up into destroying every symbol of European control in the island. They burned down all the slave plantations. They set fire to all the coffee and all the sugar farms. They burned down all the major cities, and they destroyed all the boats. This was some pretty incredible acts of revenge and violence, but I'm wondering if any of you guys can sort of see the long-term ramifications of the events that happened in Haiti in 1804. By completely destroying this society, the question is, what are these free slaves going to be left with? So let's check it out. Here's once again a whole lot more of this racial violence that happened in Haiti 200 years ago. Here they are burning down Port-au-Prince. And then, the Africans rose up and won their own independence. Okay. But I do want to emphasize this, though. Were the slaves justified in getting this level of revenge? Here's a quote from one of the former slave generals that took over after Toussaint Louverture. "Have they not hung us up with our heads downward, drowned us in sacks, crucified us on planks, buried us alive, crushed us slaves in mortars? Have they not forced us to consume our own feces? Have we not been flayed with the lash? Have us Africans not been cast alive to be devoured by worms or on anthills, or lashed onto stakes in the swamp to be devoured by mosquitoes? Have they not thrown them into boiling cauldrons of cane syrup? Have they not put men and women inside of barrels studded with spikes and rolled them down mountainsides into the abyss? Have they not consigned these miserable blacks to man-eating dogs until the dogs, satiated by human flesh, left the mangled victims to be finished off with bayonet and sword?" Oh yeah. These slaves had the right to revenge. But my focusing question today is, did this revenge go too far? Here's the picture of revenge for you, kids. Every white person on that island was killed. Then, this symbolism kind of says everything, doesn't it? I don't really want to emphasize what's going on in this picture, but you can see what's going on. Okay. Let me tell you how this story ends. So, that incredible amount of violence that these liberated slaves did on their former slave masters, they created a system where white people did not want to trade, to deal, to do anything with Haiti ever again. They were afraid of this level of violence. In fact, outside of the city of Port-au-Prince, there was spikes full of dead white babies. And Europeans said, no, we're not going to trade with these people. Well, the Haitians tried to be self-sufficient, but if you remember, what was Haiti known for growing? Sugar and coffee. You can't really make a life for yourself on just sugar and coffee. You need to trade with the outside world. You need to sell that and make money. Well, no one would trade. And in fact, the French Navy decided to just blockade off Haiti and prevent any even smugglers from trying to trade with the island. And eventually, after a couple decades, the Haitian government came to France and said, hey, what will it take for us to trade with the rest of the world again? The French government said, you have to pay us $21 billion. You have to pay us for all the property you stole from us. And you have to pay us for every French person you killed. And in the French mind, the property that was stolen was the slaves of Haiti. So France sort of forced Haiti to buy back their own freedom. And the Haitians didn't really have a lot of choice. So Haiti started to pay back France, and Haiti finally did repay France all $21 billion by the year 1947. That was after World War II was finished. It took them 150 years to pay back France for their own freedom. I mean, that's some controversial history right there. I'd love to have a discussion with you all about that. But you see, so Haiti was under just this incredible amount of debt for so much of their history. And finally, by the year 1947, they were so far behind the rest of the world. Like, the rest of the world already had jet airplanes by then. Haiti had hardly even seen cars. So even to this day in 2020, Haiti is still so far behind everyone else. And also the sugar and coffee plantations of the world have moved to other parts of the world. And Haiti just kind of got left behind. Sadly, Haiti also hasn't had a great political history. There have been a lot of people who get elected president of this country and just steal all kinds of money from the country. Look up a guy called Baby Doc. He was just a terrible dude. Haiti has never regained their economic status as sort of the richest place of this part of the world. And Haiti, not only is it not the richest place, it is now the poorest country in our hemisphere by a large margin. And a lot of that has to do with the history, and I'll argue it has to do with what happened in the year 1804. So there definitely is a lesson to be learned from Haiti's history. I hope you guys start to reflect on what that is. Alright, that's my lesson today. So I hope you all get working on your vocabulary sheets, because next time you see me, we will have a test on Latin American history. And also, I've got some other videos showing you more about Haitian history. So get on those, and I'll see y'all next week.